Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Bill at Vac Lab. Greetings once again, Vac fans. I have found the belts for my wonderfully fantastic, totally refreshed and redone Bissell Powerforce compact. I couldn't believe it. It took me 3 visits to 2 different Walmarts, and I finally found a pack of belts here locally. Yeah, I know I can get them on eBay, but I didn't want to wait like a week to get them. So if you have a machine like this, or any of the equivalent machines, so let's see, what is it, a Dirt Devil 15, a Bissell 3130, I guess for the belt model, a certain GE's Black & Decker air swivel. Walmart actually carries the belts if you can find them. And here is the original broken belt. So I'm going to put the belt in here and see how this 4.5-year-old, very inexpensive machine runs. And I can't wait to find out. Now you've already seen, if you watched the restoration video, that it did a nice job on bare floors. Of course, that was with the brush roll off because the belt's broken. So I'm particularly proud at how wonderfully shiny that spindle is, especially considering how rusty it was. And let's see if I can manage to put the belt and the brush roll on and not look like a complete idiot doing it. Got a nice new belt. And it is a little awkward to get that thing in there. Don't give you much room to work with. One down. And I find to do the brush rolls, I kind of do this leaning over the machine like this, rather than being in front of it. I could be on top of it. And there we go. Hey, how about that? Alright, let's see if it works and doesn't fly off. Ah. Fantastic. Get on this is a little tricky. Got these little tabs in here, but you have this little line, this raised ridge, and it's got to connect with all these little pieces right here. And you see this isn't exactly straight, so sometimes this takes me a few minutes to get this on completely tight. So let's see what kind of a fool out of myself I can make trying to get this thing in here where it snaps in right. Right, it's all back together. I think it's ready for its maiden voyage. Now I do still have a somewhat dirty filter. Well, the inner filter, not the outer filter. Reminds me of a lawnmower filter, since I have no lawnmower. This part here is nice and clean, and this part here, well, on the inside it looks wonderful. So on the outside, as you've seen in previous videos, it's kind of dirty. So I am going to order another one of these. Might take a little while to come in, and then we'll get some like real airflow tests. But I might do some anyway, just to see where I currently am with the brush roll spinning. So just for the heck of it, I'm going to turn this thing on and see what kind of current we get. Okay, so just kind of statically running, not doing any real work. It looks like about 7.1 amps. So the motor has survived 4.5 years. We seem to be okay, for now anyway. And now, time for the maiden voyage of the Bissell Powerforce Compact in all its restored glory. I don't even know what this thing's going to sound like. I'll put some stuff into the carpet in a minute. I just want to see how it runs. appears to run okay. It feels a little weird because you've got this squeegee right here. So pushing forward, obviously it does this, and pushing back, it scrapes along this. So you're just, it's not difficult, it's just odd. It's not bad, and it may actually pick up okay doing that. I mean, they put it there for a reason, so it must have somehow passed some test. So now, I suppose we should put some stuff on the floor and see what happens. Got some oats and some flour. And this isn't going to be a formal test. I'm just going to do an informal test, just to see what it generally does. You've already seen somewhat of an informal bare floor test. Now I've got sand in the carpet test to do. I've got flour and baking soda. I've got a whole house cleaning I want to do. So we're going to run this thing through its paces. So with most likely less than 40 CFM with the brush roll spinning, that's my best guess. We'll see how well this thing picks up. I think I got everything set. Remember, my interior pleated filter is dirty. It might be years worth of dirt, but it is dirty. It's not clean. Well, you know, I see a little bit of flour. With the one pass test, there's a little light spot here. This rectangular piece of carpet. Missed a couple of oats, but that's a one pass test. I know everything is on top of the carpet, so it's a pretty easy test to do. But let me take another swipe, see what happens. What does it look like? That button is so easy to hit. So it picked up a bunch. Obviously the oats are easy. I can still see right here, I don't know if you can, the carpet is still a little light. And that was a lot of flour. I mean, come on, this thing has less than 40 CFM. That's not going to do all that great a job of picking it up. I even went over it several times, and it still looks like it didn't quite get it all up. Some people might not notice. Maybe you can't see it on camera, but that's not bad. Hey, you know, what do you want for like $40 brand new and maybe $25 to $30 on sale? All right, I tested the airflow with this hose in this position with my anemometer, and I came out with a staggeringly low 47 CFM. So I wonder, what's this going to be like? What can it pick up? And of course, sand. Sand in there. Here's some goo for you. Again, these are just informal tests. Just play around, have fun, see if it can pick up anything at all. Because 47 CFM at the hose, not real great. And I'm going to guess that the water lift with this in this position right here is probably maybe 54, 55 inches or so. Let's see what happens. Well, it works. I know it's not anything great. I mean, 47 nozzle CFM, or 47 hose CFM really isn't anything to write home about. Alright, so if I remove the dust cup, let's do a post-mortem. So you can see there's a bunch of stuff there. How well does it come out? Well, you can see anything super fine is going to stick to the bottom. I mean, you kind of expect that. That's not that unusual. It does it with any kind of plastic cup. Let's take a look. We've done a lot of fine particulate pickup, obviously. The outside of this looks pretty good. See, is there anything in here? No, there isn't. I mean, there's not even any fine dust. Nothing's coming out. So this whole system here is remaining clean during the fine particulate pickup. That's amazing. All right, let's see what this does. Here's the separator, for lack of a better word. All right, so you've got some fuzz there. Got some flower fuzz. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Flower fluff. These little holes are not clogged at all. There is a coating on the inside, not much, but really what you have is a coating on the bottom. And let's see, here is the bottom of this dust cup, the very bottom of it. And you can see that there is a small coating that's starting. It's only the fine particles, obviously. So, I mean, this is easily washable. You can wash these things together. Not really much of a problem. And let me see if I can make it to where you can see the underside of this. See if that's showing up. Yeah, more or less, close enough. So I see a little bit of buildup here. It's not bad. I mean, there is this seal right here that's starting to get a little fuzzy, a little dirty. That's from the top of this container. It's not the greatest seal in the world. So, well, it works. It's not clogging. It's not spitting stuff out. And what's kind of weird is, obviously, it can't possibly have real high-end filtration, but it's not messing any of this stuff up. So that actually surprised me a bit. I figured this would be somewhat clogged based on what I saw when I was cleaning them. And it's not clogging up. Now maybe if you never ever clean these things, like for years, they'll probably clog up and fail. But this looks like it's been around for several years. And even though I'm going to get a new one, I'm pretty impressed with what this does. So, gee, what can I say? As far as I can tell, the least expensive new to purchase upright vacuum that you can get in the USA. And it might come in other names, because that belt on the package said, hey, you know, this could work with the Dirt Devil, this could work with the, you know, so on and so forth. But, you know, I'm kind of amazed. It's not going to deep clean. It didn't get the flour out of the top of the carpet. But I got a whole house cleaning coming.
One final note. I think some people might be misinterpreting my whole restoration and usage and testing of this particular machine as this machine is going to be as good as some $1,000 machine, or it's going to last forever, or it's the highest possible quality and it just happens to be inexpensive. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at, as I always have been from the very beginning, can an inexpensive machine work at all? Can it last at all? Does it have the ability to pick up different types of particulate? I mean, is this machine useful in any way, shape, or form? And I'm going to end this first run as basic and concluding, yeah, it does. Don't have real high expectations for it. Wash it out once in a while, dustbin, filters, whatever it is. Pick the hair out of the brush roll, and you're going to get years out of this thing, because this machine's a 2013 and it's already lasted for 4.5 years, and I was able to fully restore it, just minus a belt that I just installed. Anyway, thanks for watching, and more Bissell Powerforce compact tests to come.